Hey, I'm here with Victoria Shermill, and she is one of our amazing champions that just came back from reaching the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro, all for an amazing cause. So, yeah, why don't you tell us what cause you were raising money for, and why you decided to do this fundraiser?
Sure. Thank you for having me. Um, I um, I guess so. My fundraiser, I wanted to raise money for the Upstream Project, and that is one of Kelowna's top initiatives to helping end youth homelessness here in Kelowna. The Upstream Project is essentially a um, a program that is in schools that helps detect early assessment for kids that are at risk for street entrenchment and then homelessness. I believe that through the prevention model that we can help keep kids in school and safe. We're able to kind of stop them before they get too far down through some of the traumas in life. And so I wanted to raise money to help fund the Upstream Project here in Kelowna.
That's so cool, and I love that too of just like starting at the root of the problem,
Mm-hmm.
and like seeing how we can impact these individuals' lives before they're older, and maybe those challenges continue to persist in their lives, and yeah, just seeing like how much of an impact that can make. I love that. It's so great. So what was your fundraising goal? Like, what was your fundraiser? What did you do? Like, yeah.
So I decided that I wanted to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, Africa, to help raise money for the Upstream Project. And my goal was to raise $10,000. I've raised over $8,000 so far, and money is still coming in. So I hope that by the time I'm done fundraising, that I will have reached my goal.
That's awesome. I love that. And yeah, $10,000, that's a massive goal. So way to go for like getting so close to hitting that, and so excited for you to like cross the finish line with that too.
Thank you.
And take it to that end. That's awesome. So what exactly did it look like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro? Like, that must have been a crazy experience. Awesome.
Yeah, it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And actually leading up to it, everything before summiting Kilimanjaro was really hard. Just from learning how to fundraise and learning how to connect with people and get yourself out there. I'm generally a really shy person, so it really pushed me out of my comfort zone in order to ask for help and to connect with the community, to create awareness and to help raise money for this cause. Summiting Kilimanjaro was like a whole other thing. It was a 9-day trek, so we did 7 days up and then 2 days down. We generally woke up at about 5:30, 6 a.m. and we trekked for anywhere from, I guess, 8 to 12 kilometers a day. And then on the night of summit, we did about 16 hours of trekking in the middle of the night, and I don't know. And then that was that was really, really hard, and yeah.
How long did it take you to do 8 to 12 kilometers a day? Like, how many hours would that be?
So we would leave again we left at about 7 in the morning, and then we were probably going about 5-6 hours.
Wow.
I guess, yeah. And so just in comparison, in Kelowna, I did a 10K run, and it took me about an hour to do 10K. And so in comparison to it taking anywhere from 3 to 5 hours to do 10K. The altitude sickness definitely was really hard. Your head starts pounding, your hands and your feet are tingling. You really start to get exhausted. So a lot of people experience that. And what else? It was very cold and muddy. We were expecting it to be dry weather because technically it was still supposed to be during the dry season.
Right.
However, I guess because of global warming, the wet season had come early, so we ended up doing our entire trek in either rain or snow.
Wow.
And every day was like really cold, really muddy, poured rain, and on the night that we summited, it was a blizzard.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's like a really big goal to do that climb, to like plan and all of, like you said, all of those things beforehand, which just like push you out of your comfort zone. Like, what was the purpose behind that? Like, why did you choose that to raise money?
I definitely think that I wanted something that was going to be very difficult. And I just thought that the metaphor of like the ending youth homelessness and inspiring these kids to reach for their dreams, it was just really played in nicely to the idea of climbing a mountain. It was definitely very difficult. I found when I was staying on the mountain that there was just like a lot of parallels to feeling maybe how the homeless feel, just being out in the cold, being just always kind of wandering around all day, not feeling like you have kind of like that safe place to go. But yeah, I felt like all these kids that we always ask to achieve their goals, that could be whether it's like going and getting clean and going to detox or treatment, or if it means like facing some of the traumas they've had in their life, if it means going back to school or asking for help. So a lot of these kids, for them, what we're asking them to do is climb their own mountains. And so I felt that as somebody wanting to inspire them, that this would be the perfect fit.
I love that. And I love that, like you said, all those metaphors and just those parallels that you see of like the mountains that they face, but and also being able to understand more of what that struggle looks like on a daily basis. From that fear of not knowing what's next, or even just like not having that safe place to go. I think that's such a beautiful thing you got to experience. And just having been in the back of your mind the whole time, right? That's massive. Okay, and then last question: what would you say to somebody who maybe wanted to do something of their own or like make a difference in their own community? What advice would you give them?
Just be brave. Be brave and do it. I mean, I had no idea what I was doing when I started. I just knew I wanted to do it. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I've never been more proud of myself for what I've achieved, and like the amount of people that I've met, the amount of connections that I've made, the amount of growth that I've experienced just from this whole process. I wouldn't change it for the world. So anybody that is ever dreamed about wanting to make a difference and connect with their community or raise money and start a fundraiser, like just sign yourself up, go for it, and you know what, learn along the way, because what you'll do is you'll end up meeting a lot of other like-minded people around you that will help support you on your dream, and you'll be a totally different person for doing it.
Awesome, I love that. Well, thanks so much for sharing. So cool to learn more about your trip, and just kind of encourage you as you get to the finish line with your fundraiser.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.